So this is my review for my Beko coffee machine. I looked around a little bit for coffee machines before I picked this one. There's so much to choose from, with or without pod, beans or ground, and this is the one I've gone for. So I mean, if you look at it, it looks sleek, it doesn't take up too much space, it's quite, I don't know if you can see there, quite narrow, it's not very wide. I'm not quite sure why on the video it's flashing, but I'm going to show you them lights aren't flashing. Must have something to do with when you're recording lights. So if I just show you the beans at the top of the machine. So this is where the beans go, as you can see. I've just put a few beans in there today. Now, to start up, to set all this coffee machine up, it wasn't easy. It was actually really, really difficult, and it took quite a long time as well. But once it was all set up, I didn't need to worry about it anymore. The machine doesn't just take whole beans, it also takes ground coffee as well. And also, if we just look a bit closer, you can change the strength of the coffee. So if you look at I'm going to make a coffee now for my husband. It's on 3 coffee beans. If you just look at the third light along, that means that it is the strongest. So that's what I'm going to make. Now basically this is just ready now for me to press play. And this now will make some So while that coffee's making, I can just show you the other side. It also has on this side, I'm not quite sure if you can just see the hole there, that has a small tube which is called the milk frother. Basically it goes into your milk carton so that you can actually get the milk straight from that into your coffee. Now, good and bad point to that. So a good point, it adds milk straight into your coffee. However, a negative point on the instructions for that, it actually says that you need to clean it after every single use. Now, I don't know about other people, but normally when I'm getting a coffee or my husband's getting a coffee, we just have a coffee and it'll be in a travel cup and we're going somewhere else again. So cleaning after every use isn't a great thing for us, really. Yeah, and especially my husband leaves at 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes for work. He's definitely not going to be cleaning it out. There is an auto clean program, so that's coffee's done now. So I'm just going to take that coffee out and put another cup underneath. It is an auto clean, so it will run through. So when you first turn it on, it'll run through with some water, and then after it's made a coffee, it will also run through water again to self-clean. Now, if you look into that cup, it's probably not even quite half full, and that's because if you look at the adjustments that I have on there, I've got it on the second one, which is quite a small cup, and that it was only going to make 1 cup anyway. Again, you just need to have a play around all of these just for your adjustment and what cup you have. That will probably take a second cup. So if I press that on to go again, just move my little cup over. Again, I'm really sorry why them lights are flashing, because from what I can see, it's not actually flashing. With the auto clean program as well, it completely caught us off guard the first time, because we didn't put a cup underneath. So obviously, lesson learned. It is going to be an auto clean function, and to leave a cup underneath once you've just made a coffee, because otherwise you're going to have water everywhere. I mean, it's quite good because you've got the drip pot there, but otherwise, yeah, definitely have a cup underneath. So there's a nice frothy coffee. Now the beans I've used is a Colombian bean in the coffee, but I guess it just depends on what you want. So that's finished now. Let's just move that out of the way. doesn't take long normally for the self-clean. Okay, so I'm not sure if that's going to self-clean. It normally does, but what I'm just going to do is just show you how it all opens up. So it's quite straightforward. So there's your coffee. If you do composting or anything, that's perfect for that. So there's your coffee part in there, and again there's the water. So it's quite, and again there's the inside of the machine. All these bits come out. Again, like I said, this part here is where the small tube goes in for the milk that comes along here, and out again for your milk frother. But like I said, I'm not quite sure this is something that we'll be using. The drip tray also comes away for cleaning, and some simple instructions underneath as well, so that you haven't got to worry if anything gets lost. And that's it. That's my video review for the Beko coffee machine. Oh, just so you know, because everything's opened up, that red light comes on as well, to let you know that something's opened up. Once that's all closed, that goes off straight away. I'm just going to leave the cup underneath, and that's that done. Thanks for watching.